Have you ever wondered why there are certain people in your life right now and why certain people kind of come in and out of your life? Have you ever wondered why somebody suddenly appears out of nowhere? Maybe somebody that you had a relationship with in the past, and all of a sudden they appear out of nowhere and you're like, oh my gosh, I was just thinking about that person. When I was a kid, my mother used to say to me, be very aware and in tune to who is in and out of your life at any given moment. There's a reason that they're there, and your job is to figure it out. She told me this when I was like a little kid, and it made such an impression on me that it has lasted me all these years, like to the point where I'm very cognizant of like why certain people are in my life at this given moment. When I was a kid, my father was a songwriter. A lot of you know that. And his first success in the music business was with a song called Move In a Little Closer. And it was recorded by an artist named Mama Cass. Very popular in the 60s. She had a song with the Mamas and the Papas called California Dreamin'. Anyway, the way this song came together and the way it ended up with Mama Cass would appear to be a sequence of random encounters. But when you look at it, it was very well orchestrated by creation, as far as I'm concerned. My father had met this guy, Bobby O'Connor. They realized that they had this mutual interest in music. They started writing together. The next thing you know, Move In a Little Closer came out of that. Then out of nowhere, this guy shows up. His name is Joel Diamond. He says to my dad, well, I'll get involved. Let me shop the song. He shops it, places it with Mama Cass, and the story kind of builds from there. My point is this. You're part of a creation, right? I hope you get that at this point. You are part of a bigger creation. You are part of a large story. You are a storyline in a great story. And not unlike a baker who is making this souffle and using all these ingredients, each ingredient on its own serves a purpose in the recipe. But it's not until each individual ingredient starts connecting with the other ingredients and they chemically react to each other to create a singular whole ingredient, right? And the baker gets all the credit for how wonderful this souffle is. But if any one of those ingredients got indifferent to the recipe or just decided not to connect well with the recipe, then the souffle is a bomb and the baker gets blamed. All this really to kind of bring this to fruition is there are people who are coming in and out of your life at any given moment. And those are well-intended connections through the great storyline of creation. And what I will challenge you to is to always be cognizant of who is in your life and when they're in their life and what contribution do they have to your story and what contribution do you have to their story. Because if you're not leveraging your connections, then you are working in on an individualistic platform, and you're not serving a purpose to the greater creation, right? So the chemistry of connection is this. In your story, characters are going to come in and out. And it is your job to recognize those people, identify with their contribution to creation, and figure out how each of you can leverage your connection to each other to help move your storyline forward. I'm ArnieCAP, and you were created from scratch.